Welcome to episode 14, the Excited Bull Crafty Time. Kim, and I'm coming to you from Norman, Oklahoma, where I live with my fiance Jason, our 3 dogs, and a bunch of family. Thank you for joining me this week, and if you like this episode, like and subscribe down below. Hi guys! It is Saturday, March 17th at almost 1 p.m. I had a yoga fundraiser that I went to this morning, which is why I'm a little messy. It was a great fundraiser. I think we really raised some great money. It was for a lady who was getting out of a domestic violence situation, trying to raise money for her fresh start. So it was a really great cause. I really enjoyed the class. It was taught by my friend Julie, who is a fantastic yoga teacher. Yeah, it was great. That's why I'm being good and having my water instead of anything with caffeine, because, you know, I sweated all morning. Well, and I've already had my caffeine for the day, so water. And it's in my, this is actually not a kombucha. This is a Herbert's Lemonade bottle, which if I remember correctly was really good. But it's another glass bottle, metal lid. Can't go wrong. And my koozie, which I usually put on kombucha bottles, fits. So it's perfect. Yeah. That is what I'm drinking. I had to show off my shirt a little bit because I think it's fun. I may be small, but I am fierce. It's a great little shirt. I enjoy wearing it. It's got, show it, without the watch. It's got thumb holes, which is not something I see very often in shirts, and I like. But it's a little warm for me today, so we're having them pulled up. All right, let's get to crafting because that's what we're all here for, right? So I have one finished object this week. It is something you didn't even see last week unless you follow me on Instagram. You have no idea what this is. This is what we are calling the Fruity Pebbles cardigan. It's even crazier on camera. Oh my gosh. Look at it. It turned out super cute. This was that yarn I talked about at the end of the episode last week. That crazy, really rapid color changes acrylic yarn I'd gotten in some sort of sale, or the more I thought about it, the more I was like, well, it might have been a friend who was like just destashing a bunch of stuff. I don't really remember, but it's just so crazy. Like, oh my gosh, look at this. So many colors. I saw the yarn and I was like, it's gonna look like a box of melted crayons. That's what this is going to stitch up in. And then I started stitching it and I realized, no, it's Fruity Pebbles. It is a box of Fruity Pebbles in a cardigan. Look at the back. It's so much fun. I did this is a crochet pattern. Trying to remember. I will put the link to it down below because I can't remember right now. It's a free pattern. It's really simple. You knit it in sections, so you knit the front and the back and the sleeves, and then you seam it all together and you add the little collar, and then you add, it's got little loops for buttonholes, which is nice and easy and approachable. And I just used, these are actually, the big ones are buttons from my mother-in-law's cardigan I did for her Christmas present. And this is it's actually a Ralph Lauren button, so it probably came off somebody's pants or shirt or something at some point in time. I don't know, I got a big jar of buttons and they all worked for me. It's super cute. So, this is crocheted in half double crochets. I don't talk crochet a lot on here. I really enjoy the half double crochet stitch. It provides a really neat fabric, I feel like. So I'm really happy with how it turned out. But I'm really intrigued. So we'll move on to whips since we're segueing very nicely into it today. I'm really intrigued to see how this yarn knits now. I'm going to make basically the same cardigan, but with knits, or with knitting instead of crochet. You can talk, I promise. So far, it's already dramatically different. I really can't wait to see what it looks like when I get to the stockinette side of it. So, my one finished object and my newest whip, because I got started. I finished the Fruity Pebbles cardigan last night, and I cast that on last night before bed while we were watching Jessica Jones. Check out TV Talk about Jessica Jones. So good. Okay, and then in the pineapple bag, it is the socks that never end. They go on and on, my friend. Ah, they're so close. I don't know. I'm enjoying the ease of sock knitting, and for that they will probably replace like dish rags as my super travel projects. But I don't know if I'm gonna, like, I'm a true, sorry about the jangling, somebody apparently has an itch. Anyway, I don't know if I'm a sock knitter, like a sock knitter, like there's those people who make 18, 20 pairs in a year, or even the people who make 8 pairs in a year. I just don't know if it's really gonna be my thing. I don't think I'm gonna stop knitting socks, partially because I really want the socks themselves, but they definitely take me a while. I don't know if it's because they're so small, like the gauge is so small, or if it's just because they're a little boring and I need a little more interest. I don't quite know. I don't. Those are still going. So I said last week, I'm so mad at myself for not putting a progress keeper in this. I'm going to put one in as soon as we finish. Guess what I didn't do? Put a progress keeper in my Miette cardigan. But it is, this is the top. It is coming along. I divided for the sleeves, which I was a little nervous about, but seems to have gone well. I didn't put it on scrap yarn because I have a crap ton of interchangeable cables and little stopper doodads. So I just used those instead of scrap yarn because I figured it would be a little easier in the long run, because then I don't even have to pick it up off the scrap yarn. I just can take my tips and put them onto the cable when I'm ready to knit my sleeves. But it's coming along. I'm really excited. I can't fully try it on yet, which is kind of a bummer. I don't think I'll be able to fully try it on at all because my cable is just not quite long enough and the stitches try and pop off. So it will be a knit in the dark kind of thing. But I think the gauge is looking really good. The eyelets, see if we can get them now that we've got a little more. Oh yeah, look, it's popping a little nicer. The eyelets are coming out really pretty. And I'm really excited. I still really want to wear it. This is still for the Lady Wing Designs Spring Garment Knit Along, which I still really hope April 30th is the deadline for that. So really hope I can get that done. That, and I have a birthday trip planned around the end of April, and I would love to be able to wear that cardigan on my birthday trip. So, projects that did not get any love this week were the flower blanket that I showed you guys last week, the granny squares. My ADD is all sorts of crazy right now. And I did those 2 squares and I haven't touched it since. I have not worked on my Kabasi Noro socks, probably again because I am not a big sock person apparently, and I am going to finish those striped socks before I really work on any other socks. Even though for some reason I want to cast on another pair. I don't know. I'm basically insane. That's just what it comes down to. I really need to get back to work on some of my Christmas knitting, just to meet my deadline of having everything Christmas knit before Thanksgiving, but again, I'm insane, and it's just not happening right now. It's a little low on content this week, because that's really all I have. I feel like maybe I've been busy, but I can't even think of what I've been busy with, so it's just what it is. This is about my average content. I have about 4 whips and 1 finished object. Maybe next week I'll have 2 finished objects. We'll see. Alright, until next week, y'all, have a fantastic week and make some time to do something that you love. Bye.